Pleasant greetings, my fellow politicos out there. Last year, I did a video, and it's still on this channel, called The Ultimate Guide to the NCGOP convention process. And that was like a 35-minute video. I went through every little step of the convention process for odd number years, last year's 2019, and then even the even number years. This year I decided to do another video, but it's not going to be as comprehensive or as detailed. I'm going to do a video for basically what to expect for the 2020 convention process, because there have been some recent developments, and I will say that. The first thing, though, if you just moved to North Carolina and you really want to be involved in the Republican Party, you must go down to your county, whatever county you're in, North Carolina, go down to your county's Board of Elections office, okay, Board of Elections office, and go down there and fill out a voter registration form and make sure you put on there where it says party affiliation, you put Republican. And you must do this by the 31st of this month, January 31st, which this year it should be easy to remember the deadline because it's going to be on a Friday, okay? Some years the 31st is like on a Saturday or Sunday, and you're like, you wait till that day, and then, oh no, the Board of Elections office has to be closed then. So this year, though, it should be easy to remember. It's Friday, January 31st, okay? If you don't register as a Republican by then, you're not going to be able to participate in the not going to be able to participate in any of the reindeer games. Party activities as a voting member. You can still go to your county convention, your district convention, your state convention, but you're not going to be able to vote on things or state your opinion when it comes time to debate on certain business items. And believe me, okay, if you try to wait, and you go to the state Republican convention and you're not registered as a Republican, but you still attempt to register as a delegate, it's not going to work. Okay, I was actually on the credentials committee back in 2014, and I will say I do not recommend being on the credentials committee because it is a very cliquish group, and you miss half the convention because you're in you're sequestered in this secret back room. And there's no TV or any stream of the convention, unfortunately. So it's a very boring job. But anyway, we've had people back in that year, one person was like, oh, I forgot the registration deadline, or I was registered as a Republican, but then I went unaffiliated because I was really mad because my senator didn't vote the right way. And I wanted to re-register as a Republican, but no. January, by the end of the day, January 31st, you must be registered to vote as a Republican if you want to participate in the convention process as a voting and speaking member. Okay, remember that. Okay. This year is an even number year, so some things are going to be a little more laid back. Some things are going to be a lot more substantial. The precinct meetings and your county convention, there's not going to be any officer elections at those particular events. It's just going to be more of a standard run-of-the-mill monthly meeting. Not a whole lot is going to go down at those particular events. Okay. However, the district convention this year, oh boy, the district convention, what happened was, okay, last fall, right around, I believe it was like October sometime, the courts here in North Carolina said that the congressional districts are unconstitutional and need to be redrawn. Okay, so the legislature went back, redrew the districts. Okay, and what happened is now we have a lot of changes in the district lines. Okay, and there's no bigger change really in the state than right here in Guilford County. Okay, I used to be, well, excuse me, I currently am in District 13. However, in April, I will be forced to resign my position as a state executive committee member at large for District 13 because I'm being redistricted into the 6th district. Okay, so at the district convention, you're going to have a lot of people going to these district conventions that are new to the district, like me. I used to be in 13, but now I'm going to be in the 6th district, and that sort of thing. Now, what's going to happen here is you're going to have the people that are no, like for me, okay, my spot is going to be vacant in District 13. So at the District 13 convention, they're going to have to go and elect somebody to my at-large slot in that district. Okay, and then District 6, we're going to have a lot. I mean, District 6 went from like 5 counties down to 1 county and half of another, Guilford, and like half of Forsyth. It's crazy. But there's going to be a lot of moving parts at these district conventions, which is why this year, if you never attended a district convention or you always blow it off because the district conventions are always on a Saturday in April when the weather is wonderful outside, no, you need to go this year. You need to go, okay? A lot of moving parts. There's going to be a lot of people entering the district and being elected district officers or at-large members to state executive committee, and there's a lot of people that are going to be, a lot of slots you're going to be filling in and filling out. Oh, but wait, that's not all. No. Also at the district convention, you're going to be electing, voting on delegates to send to the Republican National Convention. Okay. Oh, and by the way, the Republican National Convention is in Charlotte this year, so you need to make some intelligent decisions because North Carolina is going to be front and center of this convention, and if we send a lot of, anti-Trump or too many pro-Bush, anti-Trump Republicans to this event, it's not going to reflect good on North Carolina now, is it? Okay. So that's district convention. Okay, a lot of moving parts. You may have a district. You might have to redo. Not only you're going to have your RNC elections and your election to the state, your at-large members of state executive committee. You might have to elect a whole new officer slate of chair, vice chair, etc. It's going to be a lot, but it's going to be a lot of fun too. A lot of chaos, but a lot of fun too. And then finally, the state convention. This is a presidential year, even number years. Let me just say one more thing about district convention. So this changed. The districts were redrawn the first week of December. Well, like a week later, the Central Committee for the State Party met, and the Executive Committee for the State Party met. And what they found was in the plan of organization, it states something, says that if there's a change in district lines, then, if necessary, if there are vacancies because of district lines that have been redrawn, then the elections of new people will take place at the next district convention. So that's why we're not making these changes immediately. We're going to wait till the district conventions in April, because if we tried to make these changes immediately during the holidays, it wouldn't work. And this time of year, people, and even in January, most counties around the state are focused on when and where they're going to have their precinct meetings and when and where they're going to have their county conventions. And then the state party's in charge of district conventions. So, we're waiting until April to do this, because if we did it then, it'd be way too much chaos, right? Okay. State convention. What's going to happen this year's state convention is, of course, we have more delegates to vote on to send to the RNC. Okay. What happens is, of course, if you were voted on at your district convention as a RNC delegate, you're automatically chosen to go to the national convention as a delegate. But the state party and the state chairman, he gets a slate of delegates that he wants to go to the convention as delegates. So the convention body will then vote on those, most likely as a slate, and there could be, delegates put on the slate list and taken off by the convention body. Okay. And then, of course, we have all your usual business: credentials report, rules, platform, resolutions, plan organization, all that stuff. And then, by the way, you get to vote on the National RNC Committee Man and National RNC Committee Woman. Both of these are open seats. What I mean by that is the current committee woman, Ada Fisher, is not to run for re-election this year. And also Mark Brody, the committee man, is also not running for re-election. Now, as of this taping, there's only one candidate for RNC committee woman. That's Keisha Lineberger. And there's only one candidate for committee man, and that's Mr. Broy Hill. I don't know his first name, but his last name is Broy Hill. Per the convention rules, anybody can run for state committee man and committee woman. Okay. I mean, and basically up until the vote is taken at the convention. So there could be candidates. There's probably a couple more candidates emerging. It's only January. Usually by March or April, we'll have a better idea of who's running for committee man, committee woman. And then there could be that convention floor surprise where somebody from the convention floor nominates themselves and puts themselves into the election pool as well. Okay. And then one more thing is the actual National Republican Convention, which is in Charlotte this year. Now, if you live near Charlotte or North Carolina, or if you live in South Carolina, Georgia, or you just want to come to Charlotte on I believe it's the third week in August, third or fourth week in August, sometime then. Now, there's two ways to be involved with actually 3 ways. First way is you just watch it in the comfort of your own home on C-SPAN. Number 2 is you can be a delegate to the National Convention. However, it's a very hard 2-pronged process. One is you have to be elected to be a delegate by your congressional district. Okay. And that can be very competitive. Number 2 is if you are elected a delegate, or if you're even elected as an alternate, you are expected, there's no free lunches. You are expected to foot all your expenses, okay? And I've been told that the general number, the dollar amount of expenses, you generally want to be expected to pay about $5,000 now for your hotel, your meals, travel, etc. Now, the thing about this national convention is you The state convention, you can stay at any hotel, stay with anybody, anywhere you want. Okay. The national convention is not like that. The RNC picks the hotels of where you and your state delegation can stay. And generally, if you are the host state, you're going to stay at a hotel probably a good hour away from the convention site. Okay, just so you know. But the third way to be involved with the convention, the national convention, is to volunteer. If you're interested in volunteer, you want to go to this website. It's charlotteinTwenty20.com. Once again, that's charlotteinTwenty20.com. Sign up to volunteer. You'll then be put on the email list. They've been doing email updates maybe once a month or so, just saying, we're preparing this committee and that committee and blah, blah, blah. But as we get closer to convention time, we should have a lot more details. I can tell you right now that I signed up to be a volunteer. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not, because here's the thing. I'll volunteer, but I expect the RNC to pay for my hotel and pay for my meals. Okay. If they don't do that, then I'm probably not going to volunteer. I'm probably just going to go down to Charlotte for a day or a couple days maybe, and go to the rules committee meeting. Okay. Because that to me is like the most important part of the convention, the rules committee meeting. This is televised on C-SPAN, but sometimes what they do is they edit it. They take out all the really juicy parts sometimes and that sort of thing. I want to see it live and really be able to, maybe even talk on this YouTube channel about the observations from the rules committee floor, right? Anyway, that is all I have to say right now. For the Conservative Pelican, I am Bobby Crawford. Thanks for watching.